Hi, I'm James Buchanan. Thank you for viewing this video. I was asked recently, how do I stay current in the new home building industry and the real estate industry? Well, that's a good question. The main thing is I try to make sure that my resources are reliable. I like to make sure that I can document all of the information I gather. I try to stay current by continually studying the website information that's available from the Texas Association of Builders, National Association of Home Builders, Texas and National Association of Realtors, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other social networks like YouTube and the other video networks, business magazines, builder and real estate publications, updated conversations with friends and associates in the industry. I stay updated with building trends and changes, including the green building process. Energy Star appliances, modern appliances that are coming out that are Energy Star rated, design change, evolution, and rising cost of labor, land, and building materials based on shortages of supply with increasing demand. And this is good because homeowners are now beginning to see appreciation, and the future homeowners, the ones who have never owned a home before, it's more believable to them that if they purchase a home, there's a greater chance of appreciation if they can actually see it occurring now. That's important. Let's see, at every opportunity, I try to, or I at least seek, let's say seek and ye shall find, okay? At every opportunity, I seek to stay well informed, not only as a necessity, but I find change fascinating. On YouTube, for example, I studied as many different sales training videos and green building videos as I possibly could in these last few months. If you want to get an idea what green building is all about, what LEED is all about, what Energy Star is all about, just log on to YouTube and you can have some of the best professionals in the world. If you log on to the National Association of Home Builders website, there's many videos that will tell you all about green building, all about current changes and updates with the codes, rules, regulations, policies, and procedures that are going to be implemented in the future. It's amazing how much information is out there at absolutely no cost. I also like to stay current and updated from magazine publications such as Builder Magazine, Texas Monthly, Business Week, CNN Money, Dallas Business Journal, Forbes, Fortune, Internet, and electronic website publications. I may repeat some of these, but I'm just trying to give you as much information as possible. MSN Money Magazine, okay, that's different from the CNN Money, but Money Magazine, Professional Builder, People, Time, Wall Street Journal, Yahoo Finance, Routers, and a variety of other publications, variety of other sources. I like to stay current by observing the traditional forms of media sources like radio, television, newspaper, magazines, and other forms of electronic publications, as well as paper publications. Even the information going in and out of the grocery stores that's in those racks at the entrance, if you just glance down there, sometimes you can see information that will stimulate your enthusiasm to research a little bit more. And this is all free information. I also like to study at various libraries in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, libraries like the University of Texas, SMU, local public libraries, as well as Cullen College Library, Cullen College Library is in Plano, which is an 8 to 10 minute drive from our home. And we can drive over there. They have a cafeteria and a restaurant right there at the university, free parking. Very important to ask family, friends, associates, people you know about the questions you have related to your industry. Sometimes, just your kids will have information about what you're trying to research. Sometimes your wife will know more about a subject than some of the information you can get, unless you continually ask your family, friends, coworkers, and associates questions about research. you may not ever know. There's just so much information that's close to you. When you're at church, when you're at movies, theaters, and you're standing in line, you can ask the people standing in line, hey, by the way, I noticed you've got a smartphone there. I was doing some research the other day on this particular subject. Have you ever researched that subject? Sometimes they'll say, no, but I can get you information, and they'll pop that subject up, and while you're waiting in line at the movie theaters or any other entertainment event to where you're waiting in line. But the trick is to make sure you ask everybody you know questions about the subject you're trying to research. Now, here's my most important tip. I'm going to see if I can slow down on this. My most important tip is to make sure you document your resources. Make sure that your resources are reliable. At the University of Texas at Dallas, in the Executive MBA program where I graduated a couple of years ago, they stressed the importance of making sure your resources were reliable. Some resources that people use all the time are not that reliable, but people still use them anyway. But they showed us the ones that were reliable. I do make sure that when I research the information, I know that I have documentation on the information. I even print out hard copies, and I try not to ever present information that I have learned from research unless I double and triple check, even check it 4 or 5 times before I present it. Because if you present information that is not accurate, that has errors in it, then you can lose credibility. Once you lose credibility, then everything that you've ever said in the past, people will question, whether that was accurate or not. And everything you say in the future, people will question, whether it's accurate or not. But if you do all the research that you can, make sure you cite your sources, ask your family, friends, coworkers, and associates. You can even ask people that you don't know when you're standing in line. At the GLIMBA program, Global Leadership Executive MBA program, they really emphasize the importance of citing your sources. With an international program, there are many countries that their universities, their colleges, their system of learning, they don't necessarily have to cite their sources. So we were really encouraged when I was getting my master's degree in international management at University of Texas at Dallas, that second master's degree listed here on my LinkedIn site. They really stress the importance of cite your sources. And there's more to citing your sources than just making sure you're letting everybody know that you're honest in your communications. But if there's any errors or mistakes, then people already know where the information came from, and you're not the one that's in jeopardy. It's the source. So make sure, number one, you have reliable sources. Number two, you keep records. And number three, if you present the information, cite your sources. That's the information I have for you at this time. I will give you more information in future. So thanks again. I'm James Buchanan, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.